Before we start, I want to acknowledge something. This is video number 11 in this series, and to everyone who has been walking this path with me since the very beginning, I see you, and I appreciate you more than you know. Every comment, every insight, every conversation here adds to the energy of this space. And if you're new here, understand something important. You didn't just randomly find this video. Information like this tends to reach people when they're ready for it. So if something in this video sparks a realization, shifts your perspective, or helps you see something differently, just remember, energy moves in cycles. Karma is real. If you receive something valuable here, the simplest way to return that energy is by supporting the channel, liking the video, leaving your thoughts in the comments, or subscribing if you feel aligned with this work. That support helps this message reach the people who are meant to hear it. Now let's begin. Most people think power comes from money, but money isn't the real currency of the modern world. Attention is. Because whatever holds your attention begins shaping your reality. What you notice, you think about. What you think about, you feel. What you feel, you eventually act on. And once something controls your actions, it controls your life. In the last video, we exposed the belief that makes people feel like they must earn their existence. But beliefs don't survive on their own. They need fuel. And that fuel is attention. Up until now, we've uncovered 3 layers. Ritual shapes consciousness, sacrifice feeds systems, belief legitimizes both. But here's a hidden force that powers all 3. Attention. Because whatever you repeatedly focus on becomes the center of your inner world. And whoever influences that focus influences reality itself. And yes, neuroscience actually confirms this. Your brain has something called the Reticular Activating System, or the RAS. Its job is simple. It filters reality. Because your brain receives millions of bits of information per second, but you only become aware of a tiny fraction. And what determines what gets through? Attention. What you focus on repeatedly, your brain starts prioritizing. When someone buys a new car, suddenly they see that car everywhere. The car didn't multiply. Your brain just started filtering reality differently. So attention literally changes the world you experience. Now here's something fascinating. The Bible repeatedly warns about where you place your focus. One of the most direct examples is in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 22. The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. Most people read that metaphorically, but it's much deeper than that. The eye represents attention, what you look at, what you consume, what you focus on. The verse is actually saying your entire inner world fills with whatever that focus absorbs. Which means attention is not passive, attention is creative. This wasn't new information. Ancient mystics understood it thousands of years ago. Meditation practices across cultures were built on one principle: control attention and you control consciousness. In early Christian mysticism, especially the Desert Fathers, spiritual training was essentially attention training. Guard your thoughts, guard your focus, guard what enters your mind, because attention shapes the soul, which means the real battlefield isn't outside of you. It's inside your awareness. Now fast forward to today. We are living inside the attention economy. Every platform competes for one thing: your focus, because attention is profitable. The longer you stay engaged, the more ads you see, the more data you generate, the more predictable your behavior becomes. This is not conspiracy. It's business. Attention has become the most valuable resource in the digital age. But the consequence is even deeper. Because when attention is constantly pulled outward, your awareness weakens. When attention becomes fragmented, something else happens. The nervous system never rests. Your mind jumps from notification headline, video, argument, comparison. And the brain adapts to that chaos. It becomes addicted to stimulation. And a distracted mind is a programmable mind. Because if you never pause long enough to question something, you are simply absorbing it. Ancient esoteric traditions actually described attention as energy. Where attention goes, energy flows. In many mystical teachings, attention was considered a creative force, a kind of inner light, which means every moment you focus on something, you're feeding it emotionally, mentally, energetically. And that raises an interesting question. What are you feeding every day? Fear? Comparison? Outrage? Distraction? Or awareness? Even Jesus taught indirectly in Gospel of Luke, chapter 17, verse 21. The kingdom of God is within you, which implies something radical. Divine awareness isn't somewhere else. It's inside your consciousness. But if your attention is constantly pulled outward, you never look within. So the kingdom remains unnoticed, not absent, just unseen. So here's the truth. The system doesn't just want your labor. It wants your attention. Because attention determines perception. Perception shapes belief. Belief drives behavior. And behavior builds the world. Which means that attention sits at the very beginning of reality. So how do you break the cycle? You reclaim attention. You become aware of where your focus goes. What you consume, what you repeat, what you emotionally feed. Because once attention becomes conscious, the entire system starts losing influence. Not through rebellion, through awareness. And awareness is quiet power. So now we've uncovered another layer. Ritual programs behavior, sacrifice feeds systems, belief justifies it, and attention powers it all. But the question gets even deeper. If attention is the real currency, then who is designing the environments that capture it? And why do these environments keep people distracted from their own power? I'll see you in the next one.